House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is running out of time to get his conference on board with a bill that would prevent a government shutdown. Funding expires at the end of this month. A short-term agreement among some Republicans to keep the lights on for at least another month fell apart last week. So now what? CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane will reveal all as he joins me now from Capitol Hill. Scott, one of the disagreements here is that some Republican lawmakers say shutting down the government is a price worth paying to force Congress to spend less money. Others, though, that you've talked to are focusing on what that other costs would be of such a shutdown. What are they saying?
There is a divide there, John, a pretty large one. There are Republicans who argue this may be popular back home with their constituents, who are willing to weather a shutdown if it means cutting the overall spending of tax dollars by Washington. There are other Republicans who say this is going to hurt the economy, going to hurt their districts, going to hurt their constituents in a very real way, making it harder to get a passport, to get a visa, to get education benefits or veterans benefits. Let's take a listen to a couple different members of Congress, one from each party, who do agree. There's pain at the end of this road they're endeavoring down.
Government shutdowns actually cost the taxpayer more money. They cost all the contractors that are out there work for the federal government. They lose money. People that work directly for the federal government don't get paid during that time period. And people that are living to paycheck, it's incredibly difficult for them to be able to just maintain.
What happens if this goes on for days or weeks? You know, the promise for federal employees, someday they'll get paid, but someday doesn't pay the bills today.
And so that really is the fundamental issue, John. There are members of Congress who recognize the peril this places the economy in. But there are some who say it's a pain worth it to cut spending. And that's the bottom line here. If only a few Republicans believe that, they can hold the veto power, withholding their votes to keep the House from passing a party line vote.
Well, and there's even appears to be a split within the hardliners that gets deep into the weeds. But I guess the question, really, the basic question is, what's the state of negotiations within all of these factions of Republicans who are negotiating with themselves?
That's what's so complicated. This is just a different arithmetic we're looking at here, a different political complexion to this problem. There are divisive issues inside the Republican conference that seem to transcend policy or budget lines or policy riders. There seems to be an unbinding of the relationships between Republicans who've been through too many battles with each other over the past 8 months. And that's a very pernicious issue, trying to mend fences with people whose relationships are deteriorating. What's the state of play? The House Speaker, with whom we've had several audiences today, says he's optimistic they can find a Republican-only vote in the coming days. But if they do, John, that is scaling a hill together while Mount Everest awaits. Because if they can get a Republican-only bill through and start negotiations with the Senate and with the president, they have a much more difficult task of passing a bipartisan bill through this narrow Republican majority, with Speaker McCarthy's job potentially on the line if he yields too much to Democrats. The easy part might be what they can't pull off right now, getting Republicans only to pass a bill out of the House.
And is there any sense, Scott, that this bill that he's going to try and bring to the floor with just Republicans, I mean, there are some Republicans who say they won't vote for what he's doing, and he's got such a narrow margin. Is he basically, is this a gamble that he might bring something to the floor that he might lose, which you're never supposed to do if you're a speaker?
That's right. It seems to be something you try to avoid at all costs, except he did this yesterday. He brought a very baseline procedural vote to fund the military, something that's popular and needed in every district in America, the U.S. military, and the vote failed on the floor. Maybe it's a game of chicken. Maybe it's a way for the speaker to get clarity as to where the dividing lines are. But it's a very real prospect as we move closer to the end of the month. And I've talked to a number of Republicans who say there are moderate Republicans, think of those from New York or from California, who've started outreach to Democrats, looking for a third way, an exit strategy from all this that circumvents leadership. And I got to tell you, John, once they start talking about circumventing leadership's days could be numbered.
Yeah. Well, Scott MacFarlane, we're going to be back to you. We appreciate it. Thank you, Scott.